I'm Shawn Rogers, Vice President of Research at Enterprise Management Associates, and I'm very glad to be here in Grants Pass again this year for the Pacific Northwest BI Summit, hosted by Scott Humphrey. One of my favorite events and one of the most insightful events that I get to participate in annually. I'm here with my friend Dan. Please introduce yourself to the folks.
Hello again, Shawn. I'm Dan Soceanu. I am a solution architect in the information management team at SAS. This is my 5th time.
I was going to ask,
Northwest
5
BI
years?
Summit, so.
What's your favorite part of this this gig that we get to attend?
You know, the best part for me is that because of the fact that Scott has the people that he has here, and he's so selective about who he invites, it's small and I always learn something. He brings together a lot of really, really bright people that have a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge. So I love the interaction. I love to learn, from the people here.
You know, it's interesting. There's a lot of hot topics in the industry right now. We've covered a bunch of them this week already, or this weekend, and we've had animated conversations. We've had a few debates. No raised voices yet this year. That's probably a good thing. Which ones did you enjoy the most?
So for me, just because of what I'm involved with at SAS, the one that you did yesterday on data integration was actually near and dear to my heart as far as the work I'm doing with customers, and then also the continuing big data discussion that we had today.
Yeah, big data, probably the hottest, or at least the most talked about topic in our industry.
Absolutely, it's really interesting because when we're talking to customers and we're talking to them. I think a lot of them have been doing big data for a while, and it's just that it's evolved to a different level, and there's some new capabilities, some new things they can do with big data. But I think most people have been doing big data for a while. I don't think it's necessarily a new topic.
I thought Colin White did a really good job today. He kind of broke it into 2 parts. There was the data management aspects of big data, and then of course the analytics side. You've got to be closer, I think, probably to I guess at SAS you're doing both.
Yeah.
As a company, you're probably personally closer to the data management aspects of it. Did you agree with the way he split it up, and are you seeing your customers struggle with both aspects, or one more than the other? Or?
Oh no, 100%. I mean, we're seeing in our customers that in order to get the benefits out of the analytics that are required for big data, there's a lot of basic blocking and tackling that they need to do, and then a lot of times is quite frankly it's challenging for a lot of customers. Just to be in a position to take advantage of high performance analytics, for big data is not a trivial task.
Well, we get to talk to a lot of end users at EMA, and we find that most of their architectures are getting expanded. EMA has a term for it. We call it a hybrid data ecosystem. We used to be very data warehouse centric. You and I both, we've been in this space long enough that was the sun to our solar system, but. Now people are dealing with cloud. They've got big data infrastructures in place. Some of them have analytic platforms. Some of them are doing advanced analytics on certain types of platforms.
Sure.
Are you seeing your end user community, your customers, dealing with those types of environments? And if so, how's it affecting them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's an excellent point. I mean, we see people that are dealing with everything from social media and having to integrate, social media data along with other things, psychographic, demographic, whatever, and just so many different data sources, right? That some of it's going to hit the warehouse, some of it's going to maybe not, and at some point there are new requirements that are born out of a lot of these things that people are struggling with, and not to say that data warehousing is by any stretch less important. It's just it's not, to your point, it's not the only thing anymore.
Yeah, I think the core competency, or maybe the new mantra, tends to be I want to look at the type of data I want to deal with, and then I'm going to find the right platform to put it on, and also take a good look at the workload and combine all 3 of those for optimal workload with the right type of data on the right type of platform, and then you get into this problem of where certain data that you might have here needs to be there, or the best place to analyze it is you might want to leave it where it is, and I mean, and it's creating a whole new level of management complexity.
For sure.
And also you touch an awful lot, I think, around governance and data quality issues. It's got to be a real nightmare for some of your customers.
Yeah, and I think what we're seeing with a lot of our customers is that they're starting to look at data governance in particular as something that is much bigger and broader than just the kind of the old GRC type mentality, or governance, risk, and compliance, where they were usually thinking of it as an external compliance regulatory thing. You know, I have to do reporting for this body. I have to be able to comply with these rules. And now I think they're realizing that the governance in terms of actually setting policies, internal policies, being able to create the data processes, to be able to ensure some level of governance is absolutely critical in the process. It's not a it's not an afterthought.
So I'll put you on the spot. You know, we've talked about analytics and big data, data management, and the distributed data work areas or landscapes or ecosystems. What are the top couple of challenges that you're addressing for your clients right now, or that as it kind of pertains to maybe big data and integration in general?
Well, you know, it's really funny, right? So you mentioned that you know we've been doing this for a while, and the customers have been doing it for a long time. I think that the biggest challenges that I think I'm seeing are caused really by the complexity and the velocity. So out of the V's in in big data, the complexity and the velocity I think are the biggest issues. And the challenges are really a lot of the basic things in terms of data integration, in terms of data management, in terms of being able to have trust in the data and have processes in place that from everything from metadata and business rules, etc. But the stressor for the organization is that the volume is just so big now, and the complexity of the data is just people have less time with tougher data to do things that in the past 20 years ago they could have done it in batch, they could have done it manual, could have played catch up.
If they didn't have a good foundation, they could have still kind of hobbled along.
Exactly.
That's probably not as true now.
Absolutely. The real-time nature of businesses and of data management today is causing a lot of problems that are not new problems, but the severity of them has been really heightened because of the current environment.
Well, that makes sense. Well, we've got more sessions tomorrow and another day or so of activities. It's great to see you.
Looking
here
forward
again.
to it. Great seeing you.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.